With the holidays quickly approaching and the miles that we're running increasing, we need to pay attention to how much we are eating. And are we making good choices in food? You know, training for a marathon is a marriage between quality and quantity. You need to pay attention to that. This week, I am doing 2 45-minute maintenance runs and a 7-miler at the end of the week. But the weather outside is frightful, so my first 2 runs were on the treadmill. Treadmill running. Some people love it, some people hate it. But you know, our trusty old treadmills have both pros and their cons. Start with the bad and go to the good. First off, well, cost. Treadmills are not cheap and they don't last as long as, you know, running out on the road. Also, there's a machine powering this belt, so you're not using as many or the same kind of muscles that you're using as when you're running on the street. Also, it's boring. It's real boring. And when you're on a treadmill, it's straight away. You lose your ability to adapt to all the crevices and how the road is. So you lose that ability. The pluses to a treadmill? Climate controlled running. Later this week, I will have to go out and run my 7 miles outside, and I hear it's going to be pretty cold. Another plus is it's easier on your joints. Now, I know some people have difficulty because you run differently on a treadmill than you do out on the road. So some people don't like it because it actually causes them a little pain because you do run differently. Me, I don't. I actually prefer running on a treadmill because it's cushioned, whereas the asphalt outside is not cushioned. And you don't have the tripping hazards. Like again, it's just straight away. So it's boring. Here's some things that I do to help offset that boredom. Interval running. That actually makes the time go really fast for me. If I do 4 minutes of running and 1 minute of walking, I know I've done half a mile. That helps me. Hey, we all just, I think we all just subscribe to the Disney Plus. Binge watch your favorites and some new ones that will become your favorites. If you do your running at a gym on a treadmill, bring a friend with you and you'll have someone to talk to and maybe compete with. And this also is great if your running buddy is a different pace than you are. You can still be with that person then, because it doesn't matter what their pace is. They can do one pace on their treadmill, you can do another pace on your treadmill. Here's a little hint though, if you are doing treadmill training, you want to keep a little incline to kind of simulate the different road ups and downs that you would encounter if you're outside. That way you're not always going on just a flat surface. Hopefully some of these have helped you. I got to get my run done. Sunday morning, I am on my 7-miler for this week. It is 32 degrees, brr, but sunny, so I like that. It helps cut the edge off the cool weather. Because it is so chilly, I'm having to watch the road a little bit. There was a little frost on there, so it makes it a little slick. Also, I just broke open a new box of shoes. I wear the Hoka 11 Arahi 3s. It's first time with the Arahi 3. I've upgraded. So they're a little stiff, so I'm working on a little slippery slope here, plus my new shoes. I'm gonna take this run a little slow so I don't hurt myself. what and when to eat before going on a long run. Big meal versus a snack versus nothing. What do you think? Like gear, it's very subjective. You have to first know your own body. So there's a lot of testing and a lot of trial and error that goes into how much you eat, how long before you go out should you eat. And when I don't eat before a run, I try to keep that down to just a 3-miler, because you know your body's going to need some nutrients. Like how I said that, nutrients. If I'm doing a long run, normally I'll start eating 30 to 60 minutes beforehand, and I'll eat an egg, a bagel, a banana, maybe some oatmeal. It all depends. You know, marathon training, you would think, oh, I'm gonna lose weight, I'm running so much. Marathon training is not the time to diet. Your body needs a lot of energy to keep up the pace. And sometimes before a race, like right before we go to Disney, I might actually gain a few pounds. But that's okay. You're gonna lose them when you start packing on the miles.
To go. Average.
Yeah, I was a little bit slower than I anticipated, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry with the slick roads and the new shoes. So this is going to be kind of a short video. I'm giving you a little break. Oops, my timer. I'm giving you a little break because next week is packed. We have 2 45-minute maintenance runs, a 4-mile walk, a 10-mile walk, and 23-mile run on the weekend. Plus, we have a turkey trot, and Thanksgiving. How are we going to get all this in? I don't know. Wait and see.